Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this tutorial for Kinda Crazy by Selena Gomez. Pretty fun song, really fun to play on guitar. And the song has a little bit of complexity to it if you're a beginner, but otherwise it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. So I'm going to be showing you guys two versions. One of them is the more standard one, and that one is a little bit more difficult because it does use a lot of bar chords. So if you are familiar with bar chords, then by all means play that one. And then I'm going to be showing you one that uses a capo on the second fret, and that one is easier, definitely, because it only uses one bar chord, which you can probably even get around, and overall it's just a bit easier. Okay, so let's get started, and let me show you which chords you're going to be using in the song. Okay, so first chord is a B minor. Okay, next one is a G major. The next one is an A major. Okay, and these are the only three chords that are used for the intro and the verse. For the pre-chorus, we're going to be using some more chords. So pre-chorus, we have B minor. Okay, it's technically this one over here. These are the same. These chords are the same. That's a B minor. This is also a B minor, just another shape. And this one is the specific one that's used for the pre-chorus. Okay, then we have an A major, bar chord version. You can play it here too. Okay, then we have a G major, also bar chord version, but once again you can play the open shape. And lastly we have an F sharp minor for the pre-chorus. Okay, and that one you can't get around. That has to be a bar chord, unfortunately. Okay, so let's get into the verse and the intro. Okay, so the intro is going to sound like this. Start on a B minor and do two down strums. Okay, and they're going to be palm muted. Okay, and what I'm going to do for this part is I'm going to show you guys the chords, how to play the chords, and then how to play the riff, and then we can put them together and you can choose which one you want to play. Because the chords and the riff sound cool together, but I know that not everybody is going to be able to play them together. Okay, so just the chords, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so that's a B minor twice, and then a G, then a G twice, then an A once. Okay, and I'll try to count that with you guys so you can see what the timing of that is like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, those are the chords, and the riff is going to sound like this. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, riff is pretty simple. Let me show you in detail. So it's 2, 4 on the G string, then 3 on the B string, and then 2, 4 again on the G string. This is all palm muted, by the way. And then the second part of the riff is open on the G string, 2, then 4, and then twice on the second fret of the G string. Okay, so I'll play that really slowly just so you can hear exactly how that sounds. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So that's how the riff sounds. It sounds a little bit empty when you play the riff by itself. So I'll show you guys how to mix that now. Okay. So to play them together, it just requires a little bit of quick switching and a little bit of back and forth between the chords and between the riff. So we play the B minor twice. Okay. Then we play the riff. We just play that part, actually. Okay, so what we do is we play 4 of the notes. On the 5th note we change to the new chord, so it's going to sound like this. B minor twice, on the last note of the riff, you go, okay, that's a G major chord. But in this instance, you can actually play it without pressing down any strings, because you're just playing the B string open, G string open, and the D string open. Okay, I'm playing them together. And that's actually a G major chord. Okay, if you really want to, you can do a full version. So you can go something like, well, there, that one technically. Okay, but you don't have to. You can just play the B, G, and D string together. Okay, and for the second part, then you're going to play a G major. This time you can add the root note over here, or the bass note, and you'll just be muting the A string, because you don't want to hear the A string. Okay, you don't want to hear this note in a G major. So you just want to mute that, the A string, that is, and then you're going to play the third fret of the low E with the open B, G, and D strings. Okay, so then that's going to sound like this. And then the next part of the riff, once again you play 4 notes. On the 4th note you play the A. Okay, so I'll play that really slowly, the second part of the riff. Okay, so as you can see, I put my finger on the, I put my hand into an A major shape on the 4th note of the riff. Okay, that just makes it a little bit easier, so the switch isn't super fast. I'll just explain what I mean over there. So that, right? Then we go. Then I already, after those 3 notes, I already go. Okay. If you want to use the normal A major shape, it's going to look like this. Okay, a little bit more difficult, because then you're switching to the shape which isn't as easy to switch to as this shape. But nonetheless, you can do what you want, and obviously with enough practice, you can do whatever you want. Okay. So that is the intro and the verse, and actually I should correct myself and say that the intro has this part, right? It goes, and then, okay, so once you play that through the second time for the intro, you just stay on the G, like that, okay, instead of going to the A. Okay, so let's move on to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus has 4 chords, very simple. B minor, okay, bar chord version. Actually, I should say this bar chord version, because this is obviously also a bar chord. Then an A major, then a G major, then an F sharp minor. Okay, and technically what's happening in the song is they're playing this arpeggio thing that's really fast and quite difficult. I wouldn't play it this way if I were actually playing the song myself, just because it's really quite difficult and quite fast. But if you want to know how it goes, it basically plays 1, 2, 3, as in strings 1, 2, 3 with the shape, and then 4, 3, 2. Okay, really fast in triplets. So it's going to sound like this, really slowly. Changes. It might be 4 times or twice. I'm not sure how many times this plays. Okay. Then down to G. I think it is 4 times actually for each chord. Then technically for the pre-chorus, which by the way only happens once throughout the song, it does not play the 4th chord. Okay, there's just silence there. But when it goes to the bridge, which is the same as the pre-chorus, then it plays, it does play the F sharp minor. Okay. Okay, and like I said, I would not play that part like that with the arpeggios. I would play it with just a strum or something. And by the way, for this last chord, you can actually play an F sharp major instead of an F sharp minor, which I think sounds better. And that's going to sound like this. Yeah, I think that adds a nice bit of tension. Okay, so that is the entire song, right? The verse, intro, and chorus are all exactly the same thing. They're the B minor, G, A with the riff, and the pre-chorus and bridge are the same thing, just played over and over again. Now I'll show you guys how to play the song with the capo on the 2nd fret, which is a bit of a simpler version. Okay, so this version is going to start the same way, obviously, but of course now since we're on the 2nd fret with our capo, we play an A minor instead of a B minor. Okay, now it's not a bar chord anymore, it's an open chord. Okay, so now this is obviously for the intro and the verse, so that's going to sound like this. Okay, play that twice. Okay, then you play open on the G, 2 on the G, then 1 on the B, and then open on the G. Then we're going to play this. Sorry, we're going to play this. Okay, which is basically an E major, shifted up 1 fret. Okay, just play the G string, the D string, and the A string. Just those 3. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll do that again slowly. Okay, and the next part is going to sound like this. We're going to play it twice on this chord, which is an F major relative to the capo, but not the bar chord, since we're just playing these 3 notes. Sorry. Okay, play that twice, and then we're going to play that, then open on the G, then play a G major chord. Okay. And once again, you don't have to play the high E string over here because it's not necessary. Okay. So I'll play that whole thing through really slowly just to show you how it sounds. Okay, that is the intro and the verse. Of course, remember the intro stays on this chord. So actually it's okay, we're going to stay there for the intro. Okay, let's move on to the pre-chorus and the bridge with this version where we have the capo on the 2nd fret. So it's going to be a B minor, which in this case is actually an A minor. So relative to the capo, A minor. Okay, then we're going to play an A major. Sorry. Then we're going to play a G major. Sorry. Then we're going to play an F major. Now this chord is kind of unavoidable, this bar chord here. You can do this version, which is a little bit easier because you're just borrowing the bottom 2 frets, but it's unfortunately we have to play a bar chord in the song. Okay, then we're going to play an E minor, or you can play an E major, which I prefer the sound of because it adds a bit of tension. Okay, and that's it. So I'll just show you once again for the pre-chorus and the bridge of this version. A minor, then G major, then F major, then E minor. Okay, cool. And that is the entire song. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope this wasn't too long-winded. Please let me know what you thought. Leave a comment, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll be sure to bring out more tutorials soon, and let me know what you think of this album.